Hello, business bays. I am back again. I know you're like, okay, we just did the business course. All right. And now she's back for a little motivational episode. Yes, because you got to have some motivation for this week, correct? Yes. Because we have big goals that we are achieving here. We have businesses that we're running. We are doing the damn thing. Okay. So for this week's, I'm not doing a affirmation reflection. I'm just doing some positive mindset episode for today. And we're going to talk about the most common stumbling blocks to success because we're going to avoid these common stumbling blocks. Okay, we're going to skip over these blocks or we're going to kick them to the side, but we're going to make sure that they don't stop us. That's what we're doing. Um, it's hard to find someone that doesn't want to succeed because success can be elusive because there are so many obstacles to success. And these obstacles, they're not fatal, but they greatly decrease progress. So when these obstacles aren't avoided, the resulting frustration can make the average person just consider quitting altogether. And that is just what we're not going to do. That's why I say we're skipping over these blocks. We're kicking it out the way. We're not going to let these common stumbling blocks keep us from our dreams. Okay, so we're going to avoid these common stumbling blocks to success. Number one is not doing enough. Highly successful people are notorious for outworking everyone else. Success can be simple, but it often requires long hours of hard work. Okay, it just does. And if you're not known for your work ethic, the solution to your lack of success might simply be to do more. Just a little more. Be smart in your approach, but also be determined to outwork your competition. I know that might sound a lot, especially when you hear the word outwork. I know you're probably thinking, I'm already doing enough, but let's think about it. Can you do a little bit more? Just a little bit? I actually had this thought myself last week, and okay, I'm going to have a vulnerable moment with you right now, friends. But I really said to myself, Janice, you have been playing small. You've been playing mediocre right now, okay? And you got to step it up. You've been playing around with this business course, this other business course that you've been doing for months. Like you're just procrastinating. You could have been done by now. So step it up, girl. Get your shit together and launch this course. And I said, you're right. You're right, Janice. You have been playing small. You're not doing enough. It's true. It is true. I have a course that I'm making right now called Sell Academy. This is not a plug. I'm not plugging it, okay? This is not a shameless plug. I'm just saying I've been working on this course for months. Like I have so much information that I'm putting into this course. It's absolutely bananas. But I have, I might do it for about an hour on the weekends, knowing I can put in more time, knowing that every night or every evening after I get off from work in my nursing position, because I am a nurse, people don't know, I could spend a few hours, a day putting in that work, making the videos, making the slideshows that I've been making, instead of just waiting to the weekend and doing about an hour and saying, okay, I've been procrastinating. I have not been following my own advice. And I've told myself, Janice, you're not doing enough. So now last week that that thought came across my head, I've put in a lot more work. I'm almost done. And in the process of making my email series, which is what we're doing a course over. But I'm actually doing that for my new business course and putting it on 2 platforms. So yeah, I actually, number one, I can definitely relate to. And this is how I write all this stuff, all this content for y'all, is that there's a lot of things that resonate that I do myself, that resonate to me. So, number one, avoid this common stumbling block to success is just not doing enough. And I have done that. I recognized it and I have fixed it. And you got to do that. So if you recognize that you're not doing enough, if you recognize like, hey, I can put a little bit more work in this, or I can start doing this, so I can actually start utilizing more of, Facebook ads or whatever the case may be. But if you know that there's more that you can actually do to get to progress into your business, just do it. Okay. Don't let that block hem you up and stop your progress or slow it down. So, number two, another stumbling block is a lack of consistency. Okay. And this is for anything. Like if you're trying to lose weight, you can't follow a diet 50% of the time and expect to reach your weight loss goal. No, you got to do the diet 100%. You got to put down the bread altogether. Don't just like say, okay, I'm eat half the bread. Am I talking about myself again? But you know what I'm saying. You have to follow the fitness regimen, the diet 100%. You can't just work on your business 50% and expect 100% out of it or what you're getting from it. Okay. Your efforts must be consistent if success is the objective. Create daily habits and stick with them. Daily habits. Yes, sometimes you do need a break. Well, when it comes to your business, yeah, it's like, okay, some days you might say, I just need a break. You need a break. But I am one of those people that say there is nothing wrong with doing something for your business every day, even if just a little bit, but just something. Because every little step is progress forward, every little step. Imagine your consistency as well as your progress. Notice how they align, how they work together. Your consistency and your progress. Because you notice that when you slow down, your progress slows down. But when you're consistent, your progress matches that. Okay. Number three is having too many goals. Oh, yeah. Having too many goals. Serving too many masters can result in poor results. When I wrote that at first, I thought that made sense. But now when I said master, I don't like it. But you know what I'm talking about. Serving too many goals, going after too many goals can result in poor results. Decide which of your objectives is most important and concentrate your efforts accordingly. Okay. Avoid spreading yourself too thin. After you've accomplished your top 2 or 3 objectives or goals, you can return to the others. So figure out which one is more important to you. If you're one of those people that have you're trying to work on 5 or 6 things, you will begin to notice that you cannot give 100% to each of those 5 or 6 things. Something is going to lack. Something is only going to get 30%, 50% over here, 20% over here, 10% over here. You know what I'm saying? You can't do 100% of 5 or 6 things at the same time. Because that's when you go into, you trying to do all this stuff and then your family life starts to lack, You don't get to see your kids as often. You're not spending a lot of time with your boyfriend or your husband or whatever, your girlfriend. So, yeah, don't spread yourself too thin. Figure out what's the most important. Tackle that and then move to the other ones, okay? Number 4 is unclear objectives or goals. If you're uncertain about what you want, your results will be limited. See, you have to be very clear about your goals. It's all in the details. Can you clearly define your goals without having to think about them? Could you just rattle your goals off to another person? Like, yes, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build this 7-figure podcast empire. Okay. Do you have them written down? Will it be clear when you've accomplished them? Do you know what your goals are? Clearly. If someone asked you, what are your goals? What are you trying to do? What are your objectives? If you're sitting there like, well, a little bit this, a little bit that, you're not clear and you're not going to get there. It has to be clear, you know, measurable, doable, all of those things. Okay. So make sure you have clear goals, because when you have clear goals, you know exactly how to reach them more efficiently than 20. Okay. Number 5, limiting beliefs. This is one that I'm sure everyone can relate to at some point in your entrepreneurial journey. It's limiting beliefs. Doubt and uncertainty are very limiting. Negative thoughts provide negative results. Ooh, yeah. I need to put that on my mirror or something. Negative thoughts provide negative results. You got to keep your thoughts and expectations positive. When you think about achieving a big goal, what are other thoughts that run through your mind? Do you feel motivation or a sense of dread? Is your self talk positive or is it negative? Because I guarantee you, if you're talking negative to yourself, you're going to have negative results. If you're saying, I can't do this, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to finish this, I can't do it, I don't know what to do, I'm not educated enough, I don't know, then guess what? Whatever it is, you're not going to do it. You just talked yourself right on out of it. Okay. Do you believe you can be successful? Do you believe you can be highly successful? What's stopping you from being the most successful person you know? What's stopping you? Is it you? 9 times out of 10, it's usually us. It's our own selves. We're in our own way, just stumbling over our own feet. But do you believe you can be successful? If you don't even believe in your own self, who else is going to believe you? You know? To everybody else, it's like she don't believe in herself. She didn't believe she can do this. So I'm not going to believe you either. No, you can do it. So don't let these limiting beliefs stop you. Don't let them stop you. We can get in our own heads so much and just totally just quit on ourselves. I mentioned this in one other podcast. I don't think it's even been aired yet. But I noticed how, there's a lot of people had a limiting belief, like they don't want to be seen, on camera, so they don't do videos and stuff. But if you look around, at the latest videos and these TikToks, people are making these TikToks and videos without makeup on. Their hair is in a messy bun. They're just being themselves. They have on jogging suits, they're just laid back, chill, being themselves. And it's like, what? This is a this is one of the best times to be yourself and show the world, like, hey, this is my natural self and I love myself the way I am. And I'm not going to be self-conscious. I'm not going to have low self-esteem about myself. You know? So don't let those thoughts, those limiting beliefs in your head keep you from making you happy and running that 7 to 8 figure business that you're working toward. Okay. So those limiting beliefs, we're not going to let it stop us. We're going to kick the shit out of that limiting belief out of the way and keep on walking. Okay. Number 6, okay, is failing to get expert advice. This is another stumbling block that a lot of people have. A lot of people have a lot of these. Is this you? Are you one that fail to get expert advice? Whether you want to make $100 million, or learn how to waltz or learn how to tootsie roll or have a 7 figure business, there are people that have accomplished those very things. And it only makes sense to get their assistance. If you are, let's say you have a brick and mortar, and you're selling, I don't know, lingerie. Trust me, there's a lot of lingerie stores that's making 7 figures. Is Victoria's Secret making 7 figures? I don't know. But there's But just know that someone else is doing that. Someone else right now has a lingerie store, 7 figures. You have a lingerie store, you're making 5 figures. You want to get to seven. Well, what should you do? You need to go to the person that is making the 7 figures and say, can you mentor me? You want to write a book. You want to write books. Go to someone who has written books and say, hey, can you mentor me? I'm pretty sure everything that you are trying to do, someone else has done it. And there's nothing wrong with getting the expert advice. Okay. So that's number 6. Number 7, I wish I like how many she got. I say that every time I'm making a list. How many do I have? I have 9. And we're on 7. Okay. So number 7 is taking shortcuts. This is another stumbling block. The key to reaching your goals faster is you're not going to like me when I say this, but the key to reaching your goals faster is to work harder and smarter. A lot of people don't want to work harder. But I guarantee you, if you work smarter, you don't have to work too hard, right? But trying to skip steps can lead to disaster. Success is accomplished one step at a time. I've said this 800 times in my podcast that everybody thinks there's a shortcut to success, especially now with, all these online businesses. You think these people are making it overnight and they're not. There's so many people that's put in work for years and now they're blowing up. But we're not looking at that. We're not looking at they've been doing, their business for 10 years and they just blew up last month. No, they didn't start last month. They just blew up last month. Okay? I'm telling you, there's not a lot of shortcuts. A lot of the business strategies that I teach and that I talk about, they're not like shortcuts or secrets or cheats. You know what I'm saying? It's just work. It's just put in the work. This is how you do it. We can always tell you how to market better or the way you use your copy, but it's not really a shortcut. Like I don't have a secret. I can just tell you how to put the work in. I don't have a shortcut for you, but I can tell you how to work hard and work smart. So number 7, taking shortcuts can really hem you up. That's another stumbling block. And a lot of times when you take shortcuts, you can tell in your work, people can tell it in your work, like this isn't all the way, done, or this, you know, I mean, seriously, let's say you're a baker. If you're a baker, do you shortcut your recipes? Like, do you not put the whole stick of butter instead of half? Or do you not put the whole cup of sugar? Or you only put a half a cup of sugar? You're not going to shortcut your recipes. They're not going to taste good. So don't shortcut your work, right? Number 8 is sticking to methods that are not working. That's another stumbling block. Be attached to your outcome, but avoid being attached to the process because a lot of times that process might have to change in order for you to get to that outcome. Your first guess on how to achieve your goal probably won't be correct. The first time you try, I mean, seriously, how many times have you tried something? And then around the 5th or 6th time, it's like, okay, it's working now, right? Change your plan if you're not getting the results you want. Use what works and discard what doesn't. Just that simple. But for some people, they just keep doing it and 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 keep doing it. It's like being with the cheater that keep cheating on you and you just keep going back and keep going back and keep going back and keep going back and you finally figure out, hey, it's been 15 years. This ain't working, right? Sticking to methods that are not working. That's number 8. Number 9 is the F word, the 4-letter F word that we all experience sometimes. That's that fear. Fear can show itself in many ways. You have fear of failure, fear of success, fear of how your friends and family will treat you if you're successful, fear of approaching new customers, fear of criticism. It's a lot of fear, isn't it? Determining the source of your fear will make it easier to overcome. So, what are you afraid of and why? What is the source of that fear? So, once you figure out, okay, where is this coming from? Because sometimes you have to go back. It might be back to your childhood, okay? It might be way back then. But to go back and determine that source will make it easier to overcome. And then sometimes you have less obvious symptoms of fear, which is procrastination. That's a big one that people might just procrastinate on what they're supposed to do because they're just scared to get to that outcome, to get to that success because they're afraid of success. So they're going to procrastinate. Um, Lack of motivation can be another symptom of fear. Okay. So that's nine. That's nine stumbling blocks. Okay. So you got to be clear on your goals, your objectives, and be willing to put in the necessary time and effort. Address any limiting beliefs and fears before they become an issue. The stumbling blocks to success can be it can be overcome or avoided. Ensure your success by educating yourself about the potential barriers in your way. So you might have to do a little research about yourself. You might have to by educating yourself about what's going on. There's nothing wrong with getting a little professional help. Nothing wrong with that. I have someone I talk to. I have a counselor and a psychiatrist. Ooh, does that mean I'm crazy? Nope, it don't. It just means I like to talk. But again, the most common stumbling blocks to success: number one is not doing enough. Two, a lack of consistency. Three, having too many goals. Four, unclear objectives. Five, limiting beliefs. Six, failing to get expert advice. Seven, taking shortcuts. Eight, sticking to methods that are not working. And number nine was fear. So I hope that you take all of this and make sure that none of these stumbling blocks make you stumble. Or if they make you stumble, just don't fall. Or if you fall, get back up. Okay? Let me know how you're feeling about that. Let me know how you're feeling about this episode. DM me, email me, hit me up. You can email your small business podcast at gmail.com. Instagram, your business _bay. Because I'm your business bay. That's B as in boy, AE. Your business _bay. The Facebook group, Your Small Business Podcast, just put that in the search box in Facebook, and it will pop up and come join me. Okay. And if you're on my email list, make sure, you can email me anytime. I do not mind talking. You can email me and we can just talk. Seriously. Just email me. Say, hey, this is what's going on, or this is how I'm feeling, or I just want to say hi. I will get back to you. I will email you. And it's not going to be an assistant that's emailing you. It's not going to be anybody else. It's me. I will email you back. I will comment back. All that good stuff. Okay. So I will see you next week with another motivation episode. No, I'm wrong. Next week will be a podcast guest and module 2 of how to sell in your email like crazy podcast series. Yes. Free business course. So that will be next week. Y'all have a good rest of the week. Please hit me up. Peace, love, and happiness to you all. Bye.